What is up, my brothers and sisters? It's your boy Juice coming at you with an update, looking at all this madness going on in the world. It's kind of funny because people are still hitting the hopium pipe, and they believe this Trump guy is gonna come back and that he's the savior. That he's gonna clean the deep state with those Navy SEALs that remember. And then people look at Trump like he's Jesus Christ or something, which I find kind of hilarious because doesn't his son-in-law Jared Kushner, didn't he personally buy the building 666 Avenue or something like that? Like, he specifically wanted that building 666, which is a specific building in New York. Yeah, you should do some research on it. It's actually quite interesting. A building with that was bought by Jared Kushner on 666 Avenue, 666. The number of the beast, I believe. If that's still what it is. I mean, I don't know. People keep changing the rules on me, so who knows? Who knows? And then it's like the QAnon junk, right? Like, that was all psyop and deep state, right? Like, why do you think they never caught him? Who is QAnon? Where the hell is QAnon? And what about the QAnon shaman? Like, if he was so special, then why did he go to jail? Did he even go to jail? And didn't Trump used to hang out with Jeffrey Epstein? And I'm not dogging on Trump because Biden ain't no better. I mean, he's got a fuck up of a son. He's a potato head. He's throwing away the country. And that's another thing about, like, what's going on with, like, Trump and, like, this upcoming election. Like, do people still have hope in the election, especially after thinking that it was stolen from that Trump guy? Like, why do people think that they're going to be able to vote for Trump this time and that he's going to win? Like, I would think. And then it's like, who are the players here for the next upcoming? The only players I ever hear of the next coming election are the same. I always say this. I feel like we're doing circles, right? With the QAnon shaman, the January 6th, it's almost like the same junk, right? Here we go again. And then it's like, for Trump, as much money as he had and being the commander in chief, he had like zero power. He's about to get arrested, apparently. He was silenced on every social media platform. I mean, this is the first time I've really even like heard from the dude. And that's because he's going to jail. And then didn't they try to impeach him? And it's like, none of this has happened with Biden. It's like, Biden has way more power than Trump ever did. And it's like, so, like, Trump coming back with his Navy SEALs that remember and, like, the QAnon people, I don't think it's going to happen. It hasn't happened yet. And I'm like, I hope these people didn't, and even if they did win, the country's screwed. This is a done deal, right? Like, America's done, dude. Like, the banking is collapsing, right? Like, everything's going to shit. And it's like, I think here pretty soon we're gonna be under a one world government, and that means like there's no use for the election. Not to mention, it's like, do people still have faith in an election when it was supposedly rigged and stolen and democracy was ruined? And like, I don't understand like why people still keep hitting this hopium pipe that Trump's gonna come back, or he's Jesus, or that like he's gonna and all these people are gonna pay. And it's like, were they gonna pay after they caused the damage, or like were they gonna pay like here in the next couple of days? Because they've done quite a bit of damage. So those Navy SEALs that remember, they need to hurry up and do something. And even if they did, it's probably already too late. So I'm sorry to say, they're too late for being highly trained SEAL team members that just now remember. And like, they're gonna make them pay and like blah blah blah, right? QAnon shaman, right? And justice is coming, right? Like, when was the justice coming? After this country is ruined, or like, I don't know, because I feel like they should have done it a long time ago if they're if they were gonna pay, right? And it just goes to show that, like, it's just part of the show, man. I mean, all of it was really. I mean, General Flynn holding up his gang signs, QAnon, the QAnon shaman, Trump, the deep state, QAnon, blah blah blah. And then like, what about like when they went to George Bush's funeral and they passed all those things, and he was like, "Oh no, they all know," and it's like they all know what? I don't understand what they know. What do they know? How do they know? Why do they know? And what do they know? I'd like to know. Maybe they know about the surprise birthday party. Maybe they know about the hidden treasure. Maybe they know about next week's episode. I don't, they didn't really say. So, apparently Jeb Bush looked upset and, but he was the only one really that looked upset. Like everybody else was just like, whatever. They're like, another piece of junk. They just like tore it up. Yeah, heard that one before. And then it was like from the dead George Bush that sent them that letter. What a last set of words to leave everybody in your government, right? Like, I don't know. But anyways, there's big booms here in Montana. Right there, bang. Then there's big booms coming out of here, Cali and into Nevada. Little pew-pews right here. Hold on, let's see if they're still there. Here we go. Pew, 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 pew. And then, like I said, all this strange earthquake activity and lack of thereof. And I don't know, so I'm just wondering, like, when these people who had, and it's like, that just goes to show that, like, these idiots that, like, followed all this junk, like, should I really believe anything they're saying? Like, are they really correct? Because I feel like they were incorrect about a lot of stuff. And then it's like they want to make it seem like they're correct about everything else, though. And I'm like, I hope they explain what they meant by all that stuff, because when it comes to all this other stuff that they say they're right about and they're the shit and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I don't know, man. If people could only see the bullshit that they keep talking and spreading, and, I feel like these people are part of that group. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? Like those kind of people, right? Like, I don't know. Maybe, my story hasn't changed. I still maintain the same thing I've been saying since the beginning. And, yeah. There's not a video you can go back on that I have that I've changed my stance, or I looked stupid at saying, or I was incorrect. That's why I don't get involved in politics. Because it's all part of the show. You were wrong.